スプライト。
Well, there we go. Welcome back yet again, friends, streamers, enemies. No Kid Crisis all my life today. We are just jumping straight into more Aokana. Coming fresh off of that Baldur's Gate collab with my good friend Cosmic Crow Neko. And yeah, rather than canceling yet another stream, we are going to endure and continue with our next chapter here. I think it's this one here. Yeah, load that. Asuka rushes towards the venue with a spring in her step. Yeah, that's because we are. We're not sitting down for a meal here. Comparing it to the feeling of flying for the first time would have worked, right? What's that supposed to mean? I just said something that's totally normal. Honestly, it was kind of corny, but it still wasn't all that weird. Welcome to Stream Echo Thunderbolt. Or welcome back, I should say. I always post quality. What are you referring to? Also, bear with me for a moment, I'm trying to crack my knuckles here. Can't wait till my thumb is out of these stitches so I can crack that too. Pretty girls? Well, who doesn't like pretty girls? You don't have to tell me twice. Oi-san stops in her tracks as she begins to walk away.
そうそう。当日発表のトーナメント表が出てるはずだから確認しておけよ。
Got it.
マサヤ、あとは頼んだぞ。
Oh, I should have read that. And when I look over the rest of the club, I see Mashiro looking around nervously.
私たち早めに来たはずなのに、もう結構人が集まってますね。
Students from different schools in Shito City can be... Ah, damn it! Skip that. Fuck.
明らかに参加者じゃない人もいるね。かといって学校関係者って雰囲気でもないし、観客って感じでもないよね。
これから大きくなるって言われているスポーツだからな。いろんな人が絡んでる。スポーツ会社やテレビ関係の人も来てるらしいぞ。
テレビ？
And this thing again. I fucking hate you, Minori. Hosaka comes running over from God knows where. And she screeches to a halt when she bumps into Mashiro.
みのりも来てたんだ。当然、こういう大会に顔を出すのが放送部の仕事だもん。それに、グフフフ。
I fucking hate you, Minori. Wow, that sounds real gross. Yeah, that is a fucking ugly laugh.
その様子だと何か激しくいいことがあったのかな。その通り。
Wait, you turn all gross when good things happen? Sounds rough.
実はこの大会はテレビ放送が決定してるんすよ。そうなの？それは危険だ。私がテレビに映ったらみんなのアイドルになっちゃうかもだよね。
Cocky much?
今日を最後にもう普通の生活はできないのかも。どうしよう。そんなのは私が許しません。先輩の顔にモザイクを入れるようにお願いします。私の顔が卑猥になったみたいでやだなそれ。どこで放送されるんですか？市東地方のみで放送されてるケーブルテレビの市東チャンネルっす。市東チャンネル？
That exists?
私は知らないけど。私も知らないな。それって本当にやってるの？やってるってば、毎日放送中だよ。
Prez's eyes glint suggestively. You know what, Prez?
変に荒い感じのプロとは思えない映像で、地元の小学校の卒業式の模様などを繰り返し流し続けている。あれか？
そうそう、それっすそれ。
That sounds pretty damn sketchy. Wait, why were you even watching that?
ケーブルテレビをザッピングしてたらたまたま見つけて、あまりにもどうでもいい映像の連続で逆に気になった。
ああ、兄ちゃんが時々呆然とした顔で見てるとこか。島のお祭りの様子を5時間くらい永遠と流してたりするよね。
編集が面倒で大嫌いだから撮ったらそのまま垂れ流すぜという制作者の熱い心意気が見えて、俺は好きだ。
Basically, you're saying it's it's a super sloppy TV channel.
そんなとこで放送か。いやいや、評判が良かったら地上波で深夜に放送する可能性も少しだけあるって話っすよ。
Wow, so the best way we could hope for is... Or the best we can hope for is a small segment in the dead of night.
不必要にテンションが落ちてきちゃったな。落ちないでくださいっす。こんなことでテンションが落ちるくらいなら最初から聞かなければよかったかも。ちゃんと話を最後まで聞いてよ。決勝戦の実況は私が担当することになったんだから。 そうなの？すごいんだよね。疑問に思わないで、すごいんだから。これをプロ野球選手の奥さんへの野望の第一歩に。
Welcome to Stream Lesser Prodigy, how you doing? If that's the first step, your dream will never come true.
とにかく私が実況するんすから、皆さんも決勝まで残ってくださいっすよ。わかりました。残ります。お？アスカ頼もしい。そのくらいのつもりで頑張らないと1回戦も勝てないような気がしたんです。まあ目標は高い方がいいもんね。それじゃあ私は準備があるっすので、皆さん頑張ってくださいっす。頑張れみのり。頑張るぜ。
Good, this is much easier on my thumb. Yeah, it's just a visual novel. There's not really any, action or anything in this. After saying that, she waves to us excitedly, then cheerfully runs off down the beach.
一応テレビ映りを気にして化粧とかしておいた方がいいかな。
Nah, there's no need.
それって私がすっぴんでも可愛いから？
That's not what I meant.
私はお化粧した方がいいでしょうか？
Look, I'm just trying to say you should forget about all that and focus on your matches.
でももし映るかもと考えたら少しでも可愛くありたいですよね。そっちの方が試合でもやる気が出るというか。そうそう、マサヤは乙女心知らずなんだからな。
Whatever. Let's just go and check out the bracket. You want to know who you're up against, right?
はい、気になります。
The tournament bracket's only made public on the day of, so we've got no clue who anyone's facing right now.
1回戦から強い人じゃなければいいな。ですよね。私の名前はどこかしらと。
Okay. Why is she startled? Mashiro suddenly jerks up like a startled cat. Guess she found her name.
どうした？
Mashiro points to a particular section on the bracket as she says that.
やっちゃったね、マシロ。
Okay, what the hell happened to her?
日頃の行いが悪いせいでしょうか。
I mean, that makes zero sense. Have you done anything bad lately?
じゃあ、どうしてこんなことになったんですか？前世の行いのせいですか？
Madoka hugs Mashiro from behind in an attempt to comfort her.
運が悪かったんだからしょうがないってば。悪すぎますってば。どうして
Oh, okay.
相手が佐藤院さんなんですか？
Well, there's probably at least a chance you could steal a win, maybe. Yeah.
コーチの立場だから本音を言えないというのが丸分かりなんです。どうせ言うならもっと力強く言ってください。
You've got a chance. Probably. Yeah.
こんなに目の濁った人を見たことがない。しょうがないって2億回すれば1回くらい勝てるかもしれないよ。可能性が低すぎます。その1回を今日持ってくればいいだけだって。美咲先輩がそう言うなら持ってきます。
Oh, you guys have a lot of faith in each other. Maybe Misaki should take over as Mashiro's second. Then again, I doubt she'd ever offer any useful advice.
私の運もなかなか悪いかな。そうなんですか？1回戦の人って。
Rika Ichinose. Ichinose, huh?
あの子とはあんまり試合をしたくないな。右隣？
Kazunari Shindao. Well, shit.
ありゃりゃ、ご愁傷さん。まさか2回戦で当たっちゃうなんてな。というか、高藤の生徒同士がこんな近くに配置されてるのも変じゃない？1回戦で同じ学園の生徒は当たらないということ以外はシードとかなしで完全にランダムで決めるみたいだよ。
This is a pretty new tournament series, which probably means they haven't ironed out all the issues yet. Hey, this might be a good thing. Your stamina's terrible, and you'd have to face him at some point to get the shot at the title, so you might as well get it over with now.
前向きな発想だにゃ。
Come on, you gotta admit I have a point. Second round means you'll face him first thing tomorrow. Better the second round than the third.
はいはい、頑張りますよ。大丈夫です。美咲先輩なら勝てます。私信じてますから。真白に信じられてもな。私以外の信用なんて無価値だってことにそろそろ気づいてください。気づけそうにないな。私は美咲ちゃんの側です。1回戦は改良学園の1年生ですね。おお、それいいよ。改良はあんまり強くないからね。それに2回戦の相手だってどっちが上がっても強くなさそう。
And in the third round, you'd have to face Misaki Ichinose or Shindao-san.
そこまでいけるかどうかわかりませんけど頑張ります。もしですよ、もし私も美咲ちゃんも勝ち進んで戦うことになったらセコンドはどうなるんですか？その時は私が愛で美咲先輩をフォローします。その愛はハンデだな。そんなことありません。
There's only 1 second when two people from the same school face each other. Both players can hear everything, basically.
それでは作戦指示がバレてしまいませんか？
The second only relays positional information in those matches. In other words, you are on your own.
まあ同じ学園なのにセコンドの差で負けちゃったら釈然としないとこあるかもしれないからね。なるほど。そう。
There's no hard and fast rule about that, but it's standard practice. A student from a different school can technically fill in if both players are fine with it, but that never happens. Not that that's even important right now.
で、兄ちゃんは？
俺は改良の2年生だな。
Bear with me for a moment. I need to check my, schedule here to see what time I need to go in tomorrow to get those stitches out. $12:30. Okay, so, I should be able to get some sleep in before I have to go in. Like, let's see, I go to bed by 6, so 6 hours of sleep. I can live with that.
乾咲か。聞いたことない選手だからあんまり強くないと思うけど。
Prez flexes after hearing that.
相手が誰だろうが、この筋肉でぶっちぎってやるだけだからな。
You better. That's about the only real weapon in your arsenal. I take a deep breath, then exhale and turn towards everyone. I need to give a speech here. It's finally time to show the fruits of your labor. I'll do everything in my power to help you win, so who the hell is that? Huh?
なんか今すごい人がいませんでしたか？いたいた、覆面がいた。
Oh, he was actually wearing a mask. I thought they were like, thought they were doing like the Yamada's first time thing. They were just like, blocking it out because, nobody recognized him or something.
ですよね。覆面してましたよね。銀行強盗でしょうか。
What kind of thief would be dumb enough to wear something that flashy? Besides, there's no bank on the beach.
ということは何なんだ？
Maybe he's a psycho killer instead.
想像の限界を超えてきましたね。ここにいるんですから選手の可能性が高いのでは。覆面選手？
覆面スカイウォーカーかっこいいな。
If you say so, man. Does it?
味方か。
FC's a solo sport, so no one's ever your friend.
人にはいろんな人がいるんですね。覆面スカイウォーカーを見たのは死闘で生まれ育った私も初めての経験ですけどね。そういうとこで死闘を理解しようとしてほしくないな。
I spent a lot of time researching players from different schools, but I never heard anything about someone who wears a mask.
いやあ、おはよう。
あ、白瀬さん、おはようございます。
おはようございます。青柳くん、大会に向けて仕上げてきたね。大胸筋がキュッとなって実践的なキレがありそうだね。白瀬さんのアドバイスに従ったまでのこと。どうです？腹直筋指でいいね。
Maybe don't do that in public.
マサヤには青柳くんの筋肉が卑猥に見えるのかい？ひなたもそろそろこっちの世界に来たらどうだ？
Yeah, I'd rather not. More importantly, did you see the masked Skywalker who just walked by?
覆面？
かかしみたいな覆面をした人がそこ。
いや、見なかったな。うん、見なかった見なかった。そんなことする選手がいるのか。へえ、面白いこと考える選手がいるんだね。
何か知ってるんですか？
いやいや、知るわけないだろ。初耳だよ。へえ、覆面ね。
ルール的にどうなんです？反則っぽくありませんか？
覆面をかぶっても視界が狭くなるだけで有利になることはないから、わざわざルールで禁止したりはしてないと思うけどね。
テレビ受けとか狙ったのかな。単純に顔を見られるのが恥ずかしいとかかも。顔を見られると恥ずかしくて実力を発揮できないとか。覆面をかぶった方が恥ずかしいと思いますけど。でも顔を見られるだけで緊張しちゃうって人はいるよ。
相手に表情を読み取られると不利になるからね。覆面をすることでそういうとこをカバーしてるのかもね。とにかく反則ではないはずだよ。
How's he so familiar with the rules? Does he actually know something? Well, no point in thinking about it now, since we'll get to see him in action once the tournament starts. Say, what are you doing here, Shirase-san?
大会の運営に関わっているんですか？
少しは関係してるけどね。でも主な目的は出店を出すこと。
せっかくですから T シャツは買っておきたいです。
それでは向こうの駐車場でスポーツショップしらせの出店があるからよろしくお願いするよ。
買っても着る機会がなさそうだけどね。
Does stuff like that actually sell?
タオルとかの小物は持ってくるのを忘れてきた選手が買ってくれるよ。あと熱中症対策グッズとかもよく出るね。
うちの部は私がバッチリ準備してるけど、そういうのをうっかり忘れる人はいそうですね。
熱中症は選手より観客に多いかもね。あと競技用のグラシもそれなりに売れるよ。
グラシが売れるんですか？
I doubt he's talking about players.
選手は買わないよ。この大会は観光客も結構来るからね。中に
白瀬さんは大勢の人に FC の素晴らしさを広めているわけですね。アスカは素直だな。私にはただ抜け目ないだけに見えるけど。
我が店の売り上げは 君たちがどれだけ観客のハートをつかむ派手な試合ができるかにかかってるわけだ。
This isn't Pro FC, so don't expect much from us.
そう言わずにド派手な試合を頼むよ。じゃあ頑張ってね。
頑張ります。
Shirase-san? I follow after him after he walks away.
どうかした？
I know you're busy with your stall, but can you please come watch our matches?
別にいいけど、どうして？
I want to hear what you think of each of them. That'll help me design custom training regimens for them after the tournament.
わかった。でも、俺の意見って厳しかったりするかもよ。
More than fine, that's exactly what I want.
じゃあ、しっかり見させてもらうよ。
Thanks. Shirase-san waves his hand casually as he walks off towards his stall. Wonder what he'll think of Asuka and Misaki. They're both pretty talented in their own ways, which makes me think FC suits them well. But unfortunately, I'm not sure how to best coach them. Misaki's talent is easy to read, but Asuka is hard to grasp. So maybe, just maybe, Shirase-san can offer some sound advice. Oh, her again. Okay.
やあやあ、本当にやってんだな FC。ああ、もうテンション高いわね。
Akose, right? Yeah, this is definitely Mishiro's childhood friend. Haven't seen her in a while.
ね、わざわざ何の用なのよ、アリカ。ご挨拶だな、マシロ。改めて宣戦布告に来てやったのに。宣戦布告？5月のあの日、お前がこの大会に出るって聞いてからずっとお前と戦うのを楽しみにしてきたんだ。わかるか？私のこの格好ってあんた、それってまさか。そうだ、レギュラーになってきた。
Wow. Akose's school, Shitao Suzanne, is one of the best in the area. They rank either second or third in overall FC skill. Competition would have been fierce, but she still somehow managed to claim one of the top spots. Incredible. Akose is acting like it's no big deal, but she must have worked her ass off to get that good.
どうしてもマシロとトーナメントでやりたかったからな。あんたってこういうことになるとほんと見境なしね。どんだけ私のこと嫌いなのよ。嬉しいか？沸騰し、あとめんどくさい。お前、それが今日まで必死に頑張ってきた幼なじみにかける言葉か？私には関係ないし。それとこのトーナメント表は何なんだ？これじゃあ試合できるのは決勝戦じゃないか。絶対それ絶対に無理。最初から諦めるなバカ。正直私も無理だと思うけど言うだけは言えよ。どうしてそんな無意味なこと言わないといけないの？きっと神様が私たちの対戦はまだ早いって思ったんだ。でもそれは今回までだ。私じゃなくてトーナメントを作ってる人に言ってよ。秋に対戦できなかったら路上ででも勝負を挑むぞ。そんなことされたら絶対に警察へ電話する。
Despite her objections, Mishiro looks pretty happy. I suppose that's just how childhood friends are. Unless I'm misinterpreting something anyway.
ああ、誰かと思ったらマグロちゃんだ。
Maybe the masked person was stealing their information? Maybe.
マグロって呼ぶな。
Misaki's timing is impeccable. She chimed in just in time to make Akose blow up on her. Akose doesn't understand Mishiro and Misaki's relationship, and as a result, she's seen Misaki as a threat. And to make matters worse, Misaki tends to tease Akose whenever they meet, which keeps them from resolving their issues. Huh. I guess I should keep watching for now.
大体私何も変わってないしですし、飛沢先輩 今まで私をどこで判別していたと？せめて何か言わないものですか？ちょっと、昔から一方的に美咲先輩に突っかからないでって言ってるでしょ。あと何？その微妙な敬語は。これは目上の人には敬語を使わないと怒られるから。怒られるって誰に？それに私は真白と飛沢先輩のことは別に。何らしくもなくもごもごもじもじしてんのよ。
What's wrong with her? She's acting like something's stuck in her throat.
まあまあ言いづらいことみたいだから最初からゆっくり聞いてみたらいいじゃない。飛沢先輩、絶対わざと言ってんだろ。私は昔からあんたのそういう人を食ったような態度が。
あら、また目上の人に敬語を忘れてるのね。
Who's this now? Oh. A nice pair of fair-skinned arms spring out from behind Akose and wrap themselves around her neck. When I look up, I see a girl who is rather mature standing behind Akase. Though, maybe I only think that because of her height. Huh, I feel like I've seen her before. Oh, she must be the girl we saw with Akose back in May. Okay, and she's a siscon.
妹のあなたの失態は姉である私の失態。悲しいわ。スールになってからの私の教育はなかなか実を結んでくれないのね。
姉、妹？これってどういうこと？っていうか、あの人は誰？美咲先輩は会ったことありませんでしたっけ？アリカの先輩の金子さんです。
Okay.
紫桃水産 FC 部独特
So-
のあれがあるじゃないですか。
So not biological sister, that makes it a little less hot.
独特のあれ？あー、聞いたことあるような。スールだったっけ？女の先輩と後輩で深い絆を作る制度。
Mayu Genako directs a graceful bow at Misaki.
はじめまして。
はじめまして。
She seems a lot like Satwin-san but with the politeness dialed up to 11. This is weird.
またお会いしましたね。
Yeah, hi. Her long and slender arms appear loving as they wrap around Akose's neck. But I can't help but think that it also looks... or kinda looks like a collar. Maybe that's just because she's turned meek and docile like a tiny kitten.
アリカはいけない子ね。
ごめんなさい、お姉様。お仕置きだけは、
She flashes a soft smile as she
ダ
chuckles.
メ。
お姉様のド
Akose struggles in an attempt to escape, but it's no use.
安心して。私の可愛いアリカ。大好きなあなたにそんなひどいことはしないから。
Akose's voice is suddenly all soft and sweet. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought that possible mere moments ago. Why do I have heartburn right now?
皆さんとは試合でお会いできればいいですね。
Right.
今回でなくても秋の大会もありますし、練習試合だって申し込んでいただいても構いませんから。
Hey, welcome back, Honey to you. How you doing? Thanks, I'm sure we'll take you up on that offer eventually. I wonder, is everyone at Shito Suzan like them? Guess I'll just have to head there to find out.
お姉様。
Also, was there something that you were going to say to me before Kuro and I ended stream? It sounded like he was talking to you about something before we ended up stopping. Akoze lets out a sugary voice as she trembles in Ganko-san's embrace.
もうありがとな。
You kind of tuned out by the end? Oh, it must have been Uwu person saying something then. Guess she finally realized that this is pretty damn awkward.
それでは砂浜の皆さん、トーナメントのどこかで相まみえることを楽しみにしています。
Akoze composes herself at the exact moment, as if Genko-san's words were some cue.
私とぶつかるまで負けるんじゃないぞマシロ。っていうかあんたさ、今まで私と美咲先輩のことを散々否定しておいて、じゃあそういうことで。あ、こら逃げるな。
What should I say? Akoze and Genko-san just tore through us like a typhoon, confusing everyone. They're a pretty unique pair, aren't they?
美咲先輩、こうなったからには私たちも負けてられません。負けでいいってというか勝負してない上に勝負にならない。向こうはガチっぽかったもんね。私を偽物みたいに言うのはやめてください。ああいう世界もあるんですね。ドキドキします。
You may want to reword that sentence, Asuka.
ガネコマユか。
意味ありげにつぶやいてどうした？もしかしてああいう世界に憧れがあるのか？
そんなんじゃないよ。もうどっかで聞いたことがある名前だと思って。
Madoka fiddles with her phone for a bit before or after saying that.
やっぱり今の二人お姉様の方は結構強いよ。強いってどういう意味で？夜の方がとか指先のテクニックがとかそういう意味？
Why would that be on Madoka's phone?
いやいや、まどかだって向こう側の人かもしれないし、こっそり私を狙ってるかもしれないし、油断大敵だよ。
Don't start talking about your crackpot theories.
アスカだって私を狙ってるかもしれないし。くだらないこと言ってないで私の話を聞くように。優勝候補はもちろん進藤さんだけど、金子さんは対抗馬だよ。へえ、対抗馬か。どの大会でもベスト4以下ってことはないみたいだよ。進藤さんが出ていない大会じゃ優勝したこともあるし。ああいう雰囲気で弱かったら虚しいですよね。今回のトーナメントじゃ離れてるから当たらないかもだけど、3年生じゃなくて2年生だから、これから先の大会で当たったりすることはあるかもね。つまり未来のライバル候補。
Get on her level before you say that again.
頑張ります。
I notice a bunch of familiar faces behind Asuka as I watch her nod vigorously. The Takafuji Academy FC Club is here. Doesn't seem like they're here to get a look at the bracket. I think they're trying to find a good spot to start warming up. Oh, good morning. Shindo-san responds with a silent nod. Oh, I see. Guys, let's head over to that large tent.
そうした方がいいな。
高藤学園の皆さんとお話ししないんですか？
No, some of us are facing them in the first round, remember? Talking to your opponent before a match is kinda awkward, don't you think?
そうかもしれません。私は割とそういうの平気だけどね。
Maybe you don't, but they might. Come on, let's go.
はーい。
Ichinose seems to want to say something, but she holds her tongue. Makes sense, since this isn't exactly the best time to talk. Sure, you could spend plenty of time together after the match, but hanging out and chatting before one just makes things harder for the players involved. Sugarcoat it all you want, but at the end of the day, winning is all that matters. FC isn't a combat sport, so people generally don't get injured, but emotional trauma is another story altogether. I see Ichinose open her mouth slightly as she walks by me.
私負けませんから。はーい。
Misaki doesn't budge an inch as she gives her nonchalant reply. And then,
そういうことを言うものではありませんわ。
I hear Satuin-san scolding Ichinose. However, we all just walk away instead of reacting. Man, I was trying to avoid making things awkward too. Misaki groans unhappily. Don't worry about it.
にしてはないけど。マサヤが思っているようなことじゃなくて。
Then what is it?
わかんない。うまく言葉にできないよ。
Misaki stares down at her own toes as she says that. There's no real routine to follow at the start of an SC. There's no real routine to follow at the start of an FC tournament, so everyone's just scattered around at the beach as the opening ceremony begins. The tournament chair begins with a short welcome speech, then proceeds to go over the rules and safety precautions. After he finishes, fireworks streak up into the beautiful blue sky and explode with a soft bang. And with that...
本当に始まりましたね。
Yep. Tournament finally begins. This tournament is supposed to have a grand total of 64 matches. Still, I'm sure there'll be far less in the end. People tend to drop out for a variety of reasons, which always cuts down the number significantly. Though, even if they took that into consideration, there would be too many matches for one day. And that's why we're only doing the first round today. The rest of them all take place on the second day. Make sure to watch the schedule closely. You'll need to start warming up 2 matches early.
アップをすると疲れちゃうんだよね。
Just trust me, okay? Otherwise, you might end up getting knocked out right away. The human body can't just go from 0 to 100 on command.
わかってるって。はあ、私の場合はせめて試合をしたって実感くらいつかみたいですけどね。
Look, Satuin-san may be good, but she's not unbeatable. I'm gonna do everything in my power to help you pull out a win, so you better do the same. Cool it with the dry laugh, Mashiro. Your already low odds are taking a nosedive. Didn't she promise Misaki a miracle earlier? What order are we going in?
兄ちゃん、マシロッチ、ミサキ、アスカちゃんの順番だね。
Let's see, I've got 30 minutes until Prez's match. Maybe I can use that time to scout his opponent. I have a strategy meeting with the Prez before the match.
よし、2回戦気合い入れていくか。
Listen, I don't know anything about this Saki Inui. Usually, it's easy enough to find out a person's playstyle by asking him around, but my hunt ended in vain. Only thing I learned is that she transferred to Karyu Academy from overseas earlier this year.
あ、相手が誰であろうと、俺は俺の戦い方をするだけだ。
Glad to hear that you're confident. Anyway, there's something I wanted you to hear before this match.
言ってみろ、ひなた。遠慮なく、忌憚なく、容赦なく、快活に言うがいい。
Maybe you should save those lines for the match. Seems like his head's already in the game. Well, that's probably a good thing in this case. This stays between us, but I think you're the only one the only one of our club members. I don't know why I kept on reading that as 4 club members. Only one of our club members who has a shot at the title. Prez slowly shifts his gaze upwards after he hears me say that.
言いよるわ。
I'm serious
どう
here.
いうつもりでそんなことを言い出したのか。
Misaki probably has a 1% chance of beating Shindao-san. And that's a pretty generous estimate, even.
それは俺の場合もほぼ一緒なんじゃないか。
No, you have something that she doesn't that could help you crush him. I'd never say that in front of her, and obviously I'll do everything that I can to help her beat him. But that's what I truly believe. And she'd never admit it, but I bet that even Misaki feels the same. So that's why I believe you have a legit chance of sealing a win. Fact of the matter is, you're probably a below-average Skywalker overall. But luckily, you have a unique weapon that's hard to counter. And if you can use it right, no one will be able to stop you. His straight flight speed is unparalleled, which makes him hard to beat if he could just reach top speed, and that's something no opponent would ever expect. If he ignores every other aspect of the game, he can reach the second buoy within 30 seconds, and from there he can clear each line with 25 to 30 seconds. That speed of his is comparable to a professional speedrunners, or speeders. Only difference is actual pros have more to their game than pure speed. In other words, he's basically a glass cannon. That may have its drawbacks, but it also has its own set of strengths. Big stretch. Sure he hasn't won anything yet, but I think that can mostly be chalked up to bad luck. A lot of people would probably disagree with him, or disagree with me, since most like to say there's no luck involved in sports. But I'm sticking to my guns here. Things could get dicey if your opponent stops you from reaching top speed early.
俺の負けパターンだな。
Basically, yeah, if you manage to not get shut down on the second line, it'll be hard for anyone to catch you. And that's his one shot of beating any opponent. That's why I think you're the only one of us who could beat Shindao-san. It's still a long shot, though.
さようか。
Odd. I expected him to be a bit more excited after his little pep talk. I was sure my speech would help him. Is he gonna be okay? Nah, this is not the time to start doubting myself. As his second, I need to cheer him up. So yeah, Prez, let's make you the champion.
優勝。甘美な日々だ。
Let's do this.
やるか。
Just make sure not to get stopped on the second line, and you'll pull out a win. He's at least learned some simple feint. So maybe, just maybe he can win. For better or worse, I've got to put all my eggs in that basket.
よっしゃ。気合だ。気合だ。気合だ。
Prez activates his grab shoes and flies forwards first. Who the hell is this now? A girl approaches me with a smile on her face. She's wearing a headset, which must mean that she's Karyu Academy's second. Huh? She doesn't look all that Japanese. Maybe, or must be from overseas.
どうもこんにちは。
She's cute. Welcome to Stream Random Mark Zero. How are you doing? What do you need help with exactly? Huh? Oh, hi.
よろしくね。私はイリーナ。
She winks at me. Well, she seems nice enough. I'm Hinata. It's nice to meet you too. You're babysitting? Oh. Rest in peace, man. That rip. Arena-san gazes up at the girl who's flying towards first. That must be Saki Inui.
あの子は日本で試合するのは初めてなんです。だからそこはその
or a smile suddenly blooms on her face as she thinks over her words.
わかりました。お手柔らかに。どうです？正しいですよね。
Yeah, it's fine, I think. Honestly, it sounds a little broken, but I'm getting the gist of it. You just said this is Saki Inui's first tournament match in Japan, right? Does that mean she's been in some overseas?
そうです。あんまり強くないので、だからお手柔らかにです。
Yeah, I hope you guys take it easy on us too.
はい。
Arena-san trots away from me after that exchange. And since she's gone, I look back to Saki Inui.
よろしくだ。
Prez greets her in a friendly manner.
よろしく。
I barely make out her reply through my headset. She sounds emotionless? Huh, maybe she's just not used to speaking in Japanese because of her years playing FC overseas. I should have asked Arena-san what country they came from. General FC skill is a lot higher in America, Northern Europe, and Southeast Asia, but that's not the case for much of the rest of the world. I take a closer look at her. She's rather short and skinny. Maybe she's one of those fighters that constantly zip around in the field to attack and defend. Man, that'd make her a bad matchup for Prez. Huh? Hold on, what kind of grab shoes are those? They don't look like Mizuki's, Small Grooves, or Invades. I've never seen anything like them before. Maybe they're from a small overseas manufacturer? Well, not like it'll really matter. Prez can only play in one specific way, so her style and equipment won't even factor into our game plan. Better start things off on a good note. Let's rumble.
いつだってぶっちぎる覚悟だ。
The referee's voice reaches my ears through the headset, and then so does their whistle. It's time. Huh? Right as Prez starts to dive diagonally downward for a low yo-yo, Inui does the same. Prez, Inui's also a speeder.
上等。
Inui quickly overtakes Prez, so he ends up in her dust. What kind of speeder is she? There are ones who focus on initial speed and ones who focus on top speed. The fact that she's already ahead of Prez probably means she's an early speed type. And in that case, he has a clear advantage. Speeder versus speeder matches depend entirely on top speed. Luckily, Prez invested all of his attribute points into maxing out speed, so there's no way he'll lose. Now, I wonder who's going to time their climb better. That'll be what sets the pace for the match. Skywalkers need to climb up out of low yo-yos in a gentle curve in order to maintain as much of their built-in upper speed as possible. Unfortunately, Prez is wearing grab shoes that essentially lock his posture, so that isn't his strong suit. Well, whatever. We'll let her have the first line. He just needs to pass her on the second one to take control of the match. Inui changes her flight trajectory with a light motion that appears to be a little more than her raising her chin. She's good. That was extremely smooth. Guess that confirms that she focuses on initial speed. Prez also enters a climb, though he is noticeably slower than Inui. Plus, his motions are somewhat stiff. I swear, they're like night and day. Inui uses the recoil from touching the second to accelerate. Wow, that was just as smooth as her low yo-yo. The radius of the arc she flew was so narrow that it's hard to believe she's a speeder. Unlike most of them, she's using her smooth form and boosts from buoy touches to gain speed instead of relying on straight flight. I could see Prez calling that a cheap trick. This is weird. She'd make a better fighter or an all-arounder with that skill set, so why is she a speeder? Well, whatever. The score is now 0-1. Prez touches the buoy and accelerates shortly after Inui. Of course, he doesn't get any points from that since she got to it first. The reason he didn't jump to the next line in spite of that is because he valued the speed boost from the buoy more. Makes sense. Right now, he needs to pick up speed. Closing that gap between them can come later. Okay, time to show them what you can do. He assumes a forward bent position to accelerate rapidly. His opponent is no fighter or all-rounder, which means there's no way for them to stop him. There's no chance of his weak point being exposed, so he has no need to hold back. Go Prez! Help you? I don't know what you want me to do, Random Mark Zero. There's not much I can do to help you with a babysitting gig. That's weird. Prez is picking up speed, and yeah, the gap between them is closing. It is, but it's not enough. Prez is as fast as always, which means Inui must be incredibly fast as well. Big stretch. Big stretch. Also, I need to do something about that stake toggle. I don't know why that shows up when it's, like, not in use. Will that thing disappear if I use it on myself? Let me try that real quick. Let's see. And just move the model back a little bit more. Try to get that in frame. Okay, now I can't see it. Never mind. Can't test that out. I look towards her second, Arena-san. It may be taking longer than expected, but Prez is definitely gaining ground. However, she's not giving Inui any instructions. Instead, she's only looking up, all smiles. Does that mean she isn't even worried about him overtaking her? I cover the mic with my hand to keep Prez from hearing me take a deep breath. Calm down. I've got no reason to panic and shout out instructions right now either. There's no doubt in my mind that Prez is catching up. In a match between two speeders who are as fast as them, total score will probably be, or will probably go, over 20. Shoot the kids? Why would I give you that kind of advice for babysitting? Like, I may be nuts, but I'm not that nuts. Losing 2 or 3 points this early is no big deal. Inui touches the third and uses it to accelerate. It's now 0-2 now. It's fine. If he keeps this up, Prez will win. I grip my teeth. Wow, okay. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna get the bad ending for this? It doesn't look like there's any romance paths that we've established so far, and everybody has lost throughout this entire game. Like, is the bad game, or is the bad ending a prerequisite for this? Hang on. Need to complete the 4 heroine routes to unlock the game's true ending. Okay, so I have to romance all of them to be able to get the true ending, so we may be doing more than just one playthrough of this. At least I could skip through a bunch of the dialogue and just take the different branching routes, but how do you get the good ending in this game? Okay, basically I just need to focus on the different girls' routes. So yeah, that's I think this is supposed to happen. Like, I don't know, it was kind of making me worried for a minute there. Prez kept nearly catching up to Inui during the second half of the line, but he never once managed to overtake her. There are 3 reasons for that. Number 1, Inui touches buoys ahead of him. The buoys may be made to move as little as possible, but they will shake a little right after getting touched, and it's hard to get a proper speed boost when it's shaking. Number 2, the 90-degree curve. you need to make whenever you switch to the next line. Since Prez is trying to overtake his opponent, he's constantly accelerating. Unfortunately, that also means that he has to do a hand or hard brake before the curve, which is extremely inefficient. And to make matters worse, he's also forced to fly much larger arc than his opponent due to his playstyle. Welcome back, Honey OTU. Ultimately, those two things combine to hit him with a massive drop in speed. Number 3, the position of Pursuer. When it's fighter versus fighter, being behind your opponent is a huge advantage, since that makes it a lot easier to score points. However, it's the other way around in a battle of speeders. If you touch your opponent anywhere, it'll throw you both off your balance, or it'll throw both of you off your balance, but they'll fly forward while you go backward. Due to that, you need to stay clear of your opponent's reach while you're trying to pass them. And since the one in front is flying straight down the line towards a buoy, you're forced to take the long way around. Inui is masterfully using all 3 of those to neuter Prez, who is technically faster than her. It seems Inui is used to battling other speeders. If this keeps up, he won't even be able to mount a comeback. We have to turn the tide somehow and fast. He sounds excited. I have a suggestion. Who cares if it's manly or not? Surely you may overtake her at some point if you keep this up, but you'll lose any chance of winning. We need to do something before it's too late. Huh? This is an FC match, not a race. It's true that he's focused on nothing but speed his whole career, but you're... By changing my playstyle, what's the point? I definitely remember holding that sentiment in the past. Sometimes it stopped being all about winning or losing. It didn't matter who I was playing or how the match was going. I just wanted to go all out and bring out my full potential. So long as I did that, nothing else mattered. I know letting him do this would make me a bad second, but I know I need him to stop. However, I also know there's no way I'll win the argument. Prez, slow down before touching the buoys. You're going too fast, so making the turn to the next line always kills your speed. Go speed right past Inui. The score reaches 0 to 22, but that's not important here. Prez has finally managed to catch up to Inui. Will do. There's no way to reach top speed or reach the speed of the sound with grab shoes, but who cares? He said he'd do it, so I just have to believe in him. And at last, Prez passes Inui. Now he's in front, so she's got no way of stopping him with smart positioning. It's time. Go beyond light speed. They gave you a red crayon and said they're giving it to you because it tastes the best. Why are you letting the kid you're babysitting eat crayons? He reaches unimaginable speeds. Go Prez! The crowd starts to make a commotion as they take in the miracle before them. But that quickly transforms into cheers. The venue is filled with thunderous applause. He doesn't slow down before fourth. He touches fourth, bringing the score to 1-22. Unable to turn, Prez just keeps jetting forward in a straight line, shooting outside the field. At that exact moment, I hear the sound of a whistle yet again, which signals the end of the match. You actually pulled it off!
速さの上限は高速だったな。
Huh? Yeah.
高速まではまだ遠いな。
Right.
ということは、俺はまだまだ速くなれるってことだな。
Definitely.
ありがとうな、石田だ。
That's not true.
ちょっとの間このまま飛ぶから、すまんが、後のことはよろしく頼むぜ。
No sweat. You did great, Prez. I hear the sound of his mic cutting out. And then, as I look towards him, I see inertia carrying him outside the tournament venue. I let the tension escape my shoulders and cast my eyes down. I really thought he had a chance of winning the tournament. Admittedly, it was only a small chance, but as his coach, I am responsible for this failure. Huh? I hear someone approaching from behind.
すごかったです。フィールドがあと50メートル長いから時間が倍だったら負けてたと思います。
That's true, but there's no point in dealing with what-ifs. What was that about going easy on her? She's way too good.
相性が良かっただけです。本当はそんなに強くないですね。スピーダー相手が得意なだけですから。
Really?
そうです。
She smiles as she gives me that short response. Question, what kind of grav shoes are those?
アバロンのアグラベインです。
Agravains from...
アグラベイン。
I've never heard of that manufacturer or model.
イギリスでは小さい有名です。
Small famous? Does she mean it's not well known? Wait, but then why famous? Thanks for the info. Good luck with the rest of your matches. I'll be rooting for you.
ありがとうございます。応援してくれるだなんて優しいですね。
She says that with a brilliant smile on her face, then spins around and runs off to Inui. Welcome to Stream Jedi Otter, how you doing? She doesn't look all that strong. I wonder what she'd do against fighters or all-rounders. Strange. That faintly smiling yet mostly expressionless look on her face is just stuck in my head. Oh, she's... How did I not notice earlier? She's that girl I met at the terminal near my place. You're watching Empress Dawn play Digimon? I kind of forgot who Empress Dawn is. Let me look her up real quick. Oh, that VTuber. Okay. What the hell, I'll give her a sub. I see. No wonder her form was so beautiful. She's an FC player, huh?
あれ？部長は一緒じゃなかったんですか？
We wanted to keep flying around. Or, he wanted to keep flying around.
残念でした。
What's my favorite crayon color to eat? Dude, I haven't even held a crayon since I was, like, fucking 10. Like, never ate them either, believe it or not.
マサヤがもっとうまく指示を出せば勝てた試合じゃないの？
Of course Misaki noticed. Well, I guess any average Skywalker would. Still, Perez fighting his own battles there. So it wasn't my place to stop him. Figured it was smarter to let him do what he wanted.
部長はそういうタイプだからそうなんだろうけどさ。
I get the feeling that part of Perez frustrates Misaki.
でも兄ちゃんにしてはかっこよかったと思う。お、急にブラコン発言？いやいや、あの兄ちゃん相手にブラコンはありえないでしょ。そんなことないと思いますけど。その話はともかくとして、ドワーッとスピードを出してたし、最後にビューンって飛んでいったし、見てる人もすごくわーわーなってたし。そうですよね。すごく盛り上がっていました。派手な試合だったからブラシを買う人が増えて、白瀬さん大喜びかもね。部長ってあんなに速く飛べるんだってびっくりしましたよ。ですよね。私今の試合を見て感動しました。ああいうのも FC なんですね。
Asuka curls up in excitement as she says that with a smile on her face.
一体何ですか？すごい試合になってるとか？でも試合はまだスタートしてないみたいですけど。あ、スタートラインを見て。さっきの覆面。
Oh, this guy again.
この試合の選手ってことは。
Madoka runs her eyes over a copy of the tournament bracket.
あの選手は上通り社学園の。
Kamidorasha? I thought they didn't have an FC club.
でもはっきりと上通り社学園って書いてあるよ。それで選手名は。どうしたの？難しい漢字で読めないとかですか？キラキラネームってやつ？じゃなくて謎の覆面って書いてあるんだけど。謎の覆面？すごすぎるよね。
You think they put the mysterious part themselves?
自己申告で謎だったら謎という意味の深淵に迫りそうな気がするけど、自称謎っていうのが謎なのかという問題ですね。そんなことよりそれってありなの？
I'd say no, but apparently it's within the rules, since they're set to compete and all.
敵か味方か。
Again, FC is a solo sport, so of course they're our enemy. Does she just really like saying that line?
試合が始まりそうですよ。
The ref positions themselves,
ごくり。
and then the whistle is
どん
blown.
な選手なんでしょうか。ドキドキです。
Let's save real quick. I'm gonna take a short break in a moment here. Gonna see if I can get myself something to eat and possibly take a leak. But we'll be back and hopefully we'll be able to see this chapter through to its end. I probably am gonna make this a 3-hour stream, so whenever we get to that point, we'll get to that point. But yeah, stay tuned, I shall return. Okay, we are back. Let's continue. They better have something special up their sleeve with a name like Mysterious Masked Skywalker. Based on the Hibas from Mizuki, I guess they're an all-rounder. Usually only all-rounders use that model, but you do see some fighters put them on from time to time.
華麗な技を出すかトリッキーな技で翻弄するかとにかく普通じゃないことだけは間違いないでしょうね
Everyone seems to be on the same page. Cheers fill the beach as the match begins. Let's wait and see. Show me your moves, Masked Skywalker. The whistle blows, signaling the end of the match. Asuka and I then look at each other instantly. Yep, they were a perfectly average all-rounder. They were oh, that's her line.
そして負けましたね
Masked Skywalker lost their match. The final score was 4-5.
とっても惜しい感じではあったよね
Feels like no one knows how to react to that outcome. There was nothing special about the Masked Skywalker. They weren't particularly weak or strong in any aspect. Basically, average is the perfect word for them. Well, let's forget this ever happened and move on. This is real awkward.
そろそろマシュロッチをアップしておいた方がいい時間だよわかりました
Don't look all depressed. You haven't lost yet.
だからそういうことはもっと力強く言ってください1回戦から運が悪すぎます
You really need to get over that. She's just been whining about that non-stop this whole
だっ
time.
て佐藤院さんが相手だなんて正直に言って勝てる気が全くしません率直に言って不可能としか思えませんいた
I give Mishiro a light slap on the head.
痛い運が悪かった上に理不尽な暴力まで振るわれた
I mean, you have kind of been a bitch to me. I think you're entitled to a good smack across the head. Relax, I'm just trying to get you to calm down.
落ち着いてますよ落ち着いて考えてみたらやっぱり不可能だって言ってるんですいたなんですかポンポンポンポンポンポンポンポン
I didn't slap you like that. Stop exaggerating. Look, going into a match expecting to lose is rude to your opponent. You should at least try to win, even if she's obviously better than you. Oh, that's a burn.
そう言われても
She may not look it, but Satuin-san is a very nice, diligent person.
はい何ですか急に
You agree, yeah?
思いますけど高飛車そうな外見に反して真面目でいい人ですけどそれが
Her playstyle is the same.
そうかもしれませんけど一体何を言おうとしているんですか
Just let me finish. Listen, Satuin-san is an all-rounder, and all-rounders focus on exploiting their opponent's weakness.
それは分かってますけど
Then they face fighter. They subdue them with speed. And when they're up against a speeder, they take them out in a take them on in a dogfight. In other words, most all-rounders play their opponent's game plan.
なんか犯罪の匂いがしてきました
You hope that I got myself food, you're eating dinner? Yeah, I heated up a leftover burger that I had, and I threw that down my throat. Now I'm kind of munching on some sour cream chips as I play. Oh, come on, how? Anyway, in my mind, there are two kinds of ultra-serious people.
と言いますと
One directs the sentiment towards themselves, while the other directs it towards others. Former's usually very belief-driven, while the latter is usually concerned about how something might impact others. So, what do you think Satuin-san is?
佐藤院さんは後者ですね気遣い上手ですから
Right, so basically Satuin-san adapts both her personality and playstyle to her opponent. which we can use to our advantage.
なんだか顔が黒いですよ。
Whatever it takes to win.
それで具体的にどうしたらいいんですか？
Jump past the first line right away.
私はスピーダーなんですけど。
I know, but if you fight using normal speed or tactics, she'll take you down right away. You realize how much better she is, right?
それは分かってますけど。
That's why you're going to play like a fighter.
スピーダーなのにファイターみたいに？
Yep, there are some players who do that, okay? Just trust me. There aren't many, but some people do focus on dogfights despite wearing speeder shoes. And those players utilize their speed from their shoes to focus on hit-and-run
で
tactics.
も私はそういう練習をしてませんよ。
You used to be a fighter.
確かにしてましたけど。
You need to pull out all the stops if you want to stand a chance against her.
それはそうだろうと思いますけど。
After you jump ahead, position yourself above Satuin-san to start putting pressure on her.
前じゃなくて上ですか？
She'll have a hard time seeing you when you're above her. It's difficult to keep up inverted flight, which pretty much rules that opinion out for her.
でも。
Mashiro glances at the side. When I follow her gaze, I see Satuin-san talking to Shindao-san.
新藤さんがセコンドなら見えなくてもプレッシャーにならないのでは？
Good point. Shindao-san's definitely going to accurately relay Mashiro's position to her, which hurts this plan. It'll still work. People get uneasy when they can't see things that they know are right in front of them, right?
そうかもしれませんが、それでプレッシャーをかけ続けたらどうなりますか？
What the hell just happened? There are like these little lines showing up on my monitor. I don't know if that's like pixels getting stuck or what. May need to replace this thing. She'll start acting cautious, which should slow her down. Plus, like I said, Satuin-san is a considerate person. The decision to engage is... if the decision to engage or not is on her shoulders.
佐藤院さんがドッグファイトを挑んでくる。
Exactly. And now we've got to the most important part. When she rushes you, make a run for it and force her into a battle of speed.
つまり佐藤院さんの裏をかくと。
Bingo. Mashiro stands no chance in a straightforward match. But luckily, Satuin-san watched Mashiro during the training camp, which means she's under the impression that she's a fighter. And that may have just saved us.
ますかね。
If you stay high enough, you can use gravity to accelerate quickly and beat her. Satuin-san, on the other hand, will probably be pretty mad that she got tricked and lose her composure.
佐藤院さんが最初から V を狙ったら？
Then it'll become a pure speed battle, which puts you at an advantage despite your gap in skill.
いいことだらけに聞こえますね。
Honestly, I doubt it's gonna go that well. Mashiro doesn't have much experience as a speeder yet, so she probably can't win even if she has an advantage.
私を騙してます？
What would I get out of tricking you? I make sure to sound confident to keep her spirits
気
up.
づいたら羽毛布団を買ったりしてませんかね？
I'd have to be a professional con man and somehow sell you something through all of this.
わかりました。言う通りにやってみます。
Good. You gotta believe that you can win. And if you do pull it off, Misaki will be really happy.
そうですね。頑張ります。
Mashiro clenches her fists in front of her chest, nods, and flies off towards first. Now I just have to hope Satuin-san falls for our trap.
よろしくお願いしますわね。こちらこそ私頑張りますから。私だって頑張りますわ。いい試合をしましょう。はい。
I thought that conversation would go on a bit longer. Thought I'd be able to, enjoy some of these chips. Mishiro's voice sounds a bit shaky. Makes sense, since this is her first tournament and all. Guess she's starting to feel nervous as soon as she got to her starting position. Don't forget, you need to jump for the second line right away.
分かってます。大丈夫です。
試合を開始していいですか？
はい。よろしくてよ。
セット。
He blows the whistle, signaling the start of the match. Satuin-san starts by staring at Mashiro. He wants to see whether Mashiro is going to jump to the next line or go for the buoy. This is the perfect chance to fake going for the buoy, but Mashiro is not ready to convincingly pull that off yet. Having confirmed that Mashiro is jumping to the second line, Satuin-san flies down at first line, aiming for second. Right, now get in position not too far from the buoy. Oh, but make sure you aren't too close either.
わかりました。
We need to get the ball rolling as soon as possible, but getting closer to the buoy means getting closer to Satuin-san. And if she does that, there's always the risk that Satuin-san touching the buoy and flying straight past Mashiro.
高さはこのくらいでいいですか？
Mashiro is around 5 meters above the line. Yeah, that's fine. Remember, if Satuin-san tries to go straight down the line, it'll be a race to third.
はい。
If that happens, try to stay as high as
どう
possible.
してですか？
You're trying to force her into a position that gives you the advantage, so it'd be bad if she caught you before you pull that off. Plus, it'll probably piss her off.
なんだかハンティングしてるみたいですね。
In a way, you kind of are. Satuin-san touches second. The score is 0-1 now. Satuin-san slows down and looks at Mashiro.
まさや先輩。佐藤院さんにものすごく見つめられてますけど。
Is Mashiro's position a dead giveaway? But that's the only way I could see her winning this. After waiting for a while, she approaches Mashiro instead of going for third.
なるほどなるほど。そういうことですね。まさや先輩。作戦が完全にバレているみたいなんですけど。
That's not much of an issue. The important question here is how she's going to react.
あ、私の方が前にいるんだから、今から V を狙いに行くというのはどうでしょうか。
No, that's against the rules.
そうでした。
Player who jumps lines can't go for the next buoy until they either make physical contact with the other opponent or cross their path.
狙いは悪くないと思いますが、 V を失う危険を冒してでも私の上のポジションをキープしたいえ、そういうことですよね。あ、いや、決してそういうわけでは。付き合ってあげてもよろしくてよ。
Contrary to my expectations, Satuin-san is the one pressuring Mashiro. She gradually climbs, making her way towards Mashiro. At this rate, she'll reach her altitude, and our plan will go out the window. Damn it, if Satuin-san keeps this up, Mashiro will break down before she even gets to make a move. Before it comes to that, Mashiro, do it now. Engage Satuin-san in a dogfight while she's still below you.
わかりました。
Huh? A cocky smirk raises to Satuin-san's face.
こうも簡単に挑発に乗ってもらっては困りますが、乗ったのは日向雅也かしら。
Satuin-san tilts forward energetically and then proceeds to swoop down. Mashiro and Satuin-san pass right by each other.
お先に失礼しますわ。
Mashiro is now flying towards second, while Satuin-san is heading towards third. God damn it. I never expected her to do that.
これは一体何ですか？
Satuin-san played us. There's no point in chasing after her now. Jump to the third line. Mashiro listens to me and starts flying towards the third line.
質問です。
Yeah?
佐藤院さんはドッグファイトをする気はなくて、私が佐藤院さんに挑みかかる方向をサード V の逆方向に固定してから挑発してきたということですか？
That's right. Sorry, seems like she outsmarted me.
ああ、なるほど。はい、わかりました。
Huh? What are you talking about?
早く飛んだりバチバチ背中を狙い合うだけじゃなくて、こういう空気の読み合いと言えばいいんでしょうか。そう。
Exactly.
なるほどなるほど。ということはですよ、
Do you have a plan?
あるような。
You sound pretty uncertain. Anyway, just make sure, or just take the same position again. She may have beaten us just now, but the strategy is still sound.
わかりました。
Satuin-san calmly, slowly touches the third and approaches Mashiro. And that's 0 to 2. Mashiro is waiting above the center of the third line. Like last time, Satuin-san proceeds to slowly inch closer towards Mashiro. Is she doing that to preserve stamina? Or wait, is she trying to run down the clock? Maybe. We only have the first round today, so there's no need to preserve stamina. But then again, there's nothing wrong with us using this chance to help form the habit. Stalling may seem dirty, but Mashiro's strategy involves waiting, so we have no right to complain.
また同じ作戦ですね。どうでしょうか。
Retreat diagonally upwards at the same pace she's using to close in on you. We don't want her to close the gap. If Mashiro keeps retreating, Satuin-san might just give up and go for the buoy eventually. And if she does, we can turn this into a battle of speed. This is all a little risky, but at the end of the day, Satuin-san is taking the bait. Things are looking up. Huh? This is weird. Mashiro's turning to the side as if she's getting pulled by something. And that makes Satuin-san look in that direction as well.
あれ？あの赤いの隕石じゃありませんか？
Mashiro uses that chance to tilt downward, closing the distance between her and Satuin-san in an instant. Mashiro extends her arm and touches Satuin-san's back as she flies by her. Satuin-san loses her balance completely and essentially rolls forward. The score is now 1 to 2. Wow, that was really dirty. It's not against the rules or anything, but I'd say that was a breach of player etiquette at least.
戻って追撃を。
Not gonna work, you made contact, so it's fine for you to go for the buoy. Use your boost from that speed over... Use your boost from that speed over to it. Jumbling my fucking words. Welcome to the stream, Forgotten Dreamer, and thank you for the beat boops. How are you doing? Mashiro proceeds to rush towards the buoy. Satuin-san totally lost her composure, so it should take her some time to recover. Mashiro has successfully touched fourth. That's 2 to 2. Amazing, I can't believe she actually managed to even score.
もしかして私勝てますか？勝つ可能性が出てきましたか？
You gave me a lovely video to enjoy after the stream? Let me take a quick look at that. Let's, open up my clone app, and I can take a look at Discord. Ow! And spontaneous headache. God damn it. Enjoy. Let's take a look. Seeing the ha-has like that is making me think that it is something maniacal, and you are, trying to troll me here. Regardless, I am curious to see what it is. Oh yeah, I heard that this came out. I'm, gonna have to see about installing that when I get the chance. Yeah, House of the Dead 2 remake. Here's some people are complaining about it, saying that it was kind of an insult to the original, but at least they got the original soundtrack back, apparently. Or at least you can switch to the original soundtrack.
これから先はどうすればいいでしょうか。
They achieved something you thought impossible? Oh, and what would that be? You haven't seen the new Amazing Digital Circus yet, but is there any character growth? Yeah, there's, you actually, learn a little bit more about Jax in, episode 6. And honestly, the guy is kind of relatable in a bit of a bad way. Like, he has some pretty unhealthy coping mechanisms, which I have displayed myself in the past. So I kind of feel bad for that guy. A, made it look worse than the original, and B, make the voice acting worse. They made the voice acting worse? That's interesting. Not even in a funny way? Oh. So is it really that bad? I mean, I'm still planning on playing it when I get the chance, but is it really that bad? Never planned for this scenario.
佐藤院さんがすごく怒っているように見えるんですけど。
She sure does, and honestly, she has every right to be. Her hair's standing on end, and she looks like a bloodthirsty demon.
自業自得とか言わないで作戦を考えてください。
Don't worry, an angry opponent will have a hard time making rational decisions. Just watch her closely and figure out how to slip past her.
わかりました。私、マナー違反をする人、好きではありませんね。
As someone who loved 2, you're concerned for me? Well, honestly, my biggest gripe about the remake of the first game is that some of the enemies looked different, and they, really butchered the Magician's theme. Like, other than that, I had fun with it. I mean, I got the arcade cabinet sitting right across from my setup, so I'll probably be playing that much more than I will the Switch version, but, yeah. The remake of the first game wasn't too bad. Can't imagine that the second one will be, worse than that.
私も同感です。そう思うなら今すぐ棄権しなさい。いや、それはちょっと。それが嫌なら卑怯な真似を恥じて切腹すればいいのですわ。
Good luck, maybe I'll enjoy it. You don't think that you would, though? Honestly, out of all the House of the Dead games, I think the one that I liked the least was probably House of the Dead 3. Like, that one, it just felt kind of boring to me at the end of the day. And that's actually the worst sin that a House of the Dead game can make, is be boring. I mean, it's a simple concept. It's a light gun game. You just shoot enemies, blow chunks of their bodies off, and that's where you get your entertainment from. So that's kind of a hard formula to fuck up. But I just kind of found myself bored with the third one.
いや、私お侍さんじゃないんで。
It also didn't really It didn't really sit right with me that they introduced you to Rogan again, who was my favorite character in House of the Dead. You only get to play as him in the prologue, and then you swap to his daughter. Like, I was dead set on being able to play as Rogan when he ended up making the scene again.
別にお侍さんじゃなくても切腹していいのですわ。いや、します。切腹します。
Oh, wow! Don't do that, Mashiro! Don't just give in.
そんなこと言われてもすごいんですから。
That doesn't mean you need to kill yourself, goddamn! Whatever, just hurry up and force her into a race.
そんなこ
Satuin-san rushes straight towards Mashiro. Yeah, that's not gonna end well. In a way, dogfights are also a battle of spirit, so there's no way she could put up a fight when she's that rattled. It didn't look good or seem as fun as the original, but that's your opinion. 3 would have been better if they gave you a what-if of going through 3 as Rogan and Angie. Yeah, that would have been nice. Having those two reunite for the 3rd game, I would have preferred that over G and his daughter together. I mean, I liked Lisa, but still, when you tease me with Rogan and then cut him out of the game, it's, yeah, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, also, apparently the name Thomas Rogan is considered a bad word in the remake of House of the Dead. Like, I like to, whenever you hit the scoreboard at the end of a game like that and they give you enough characters at the end, I like to name myself after the protagonist. When I typed in Thomas Rogan, it was like, bad words were detected here, like, pick a different name. And I don't even fucking know why. I don't know how Thomas is a bad word. But yeah, weird thing about House of the Dead 1 remake. In the end, Satuin-san got 5 points in quick succession, ending the match with 2-7 score. Mashiro got destroyed. You bet that I have the Nintendo Switch gun accessory? Actually, I do not have that accessory yet, but it is on my eBay to buy list. I tend to buy more video games and figurines than I do, like, game accessories. I do have the Wii Zapper for the Wii, though. You definitely shouldn't have done that, but the idea itself wasn't bad. Misleading your opponent with your gaze is the foundation of feints. Like I said, you shouldn't have done that. There's nothing wrong with looking to the side, but bringing up the meteorite to go made you look isn't cool. She was probably worried about getting seriously injured there. Do I collect amiibos? What the hell is an amiibo? Let me Google that real quick. I don't know what that is. Oh, those things. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, I mostly collect, like, 6th scale figurines and, anime figures. Like those, 12-inch posable G.I. Joe Barbie-style figurines, like, of Resident Evil characters and other game characters. Then I buy a lot of anime figurines. Also started buying Warhammer figurines, but, kind of, stopped that hobby for a while. Kind of had some other things I wanted to buy before I, started my Blood Angel collection. But, yeah, those things, little figurines like that, that's not usually, something that I like to, display. And actually, now that I'm talking about Warhammer, I've just got to check something real quick. Like, I wonder if Joy Toy has released any Blood Ravens yet. I need my fucking Blood Ravens. Let's see. Nope. No Blood Ravens yet. God damn it. Maybe I'll see about getting those Armoring Hall ones and having those painted into Blood Ravens. Did I see AI Jill? What do you mean AI Jill?
私こそ反省してます。
You never gotten a Monster Hunter? What about me? Yeah, never played Monster Hunter either. May consider it down the line, though.
状況で横を向くフェイントを仕掛けた勇気には敬意を表します。
Like, Monster Hunter's a multiplayer game, so maybe Honey OTU and I could see about streaming that together. Since I know she likes that game.
それでは失礼させていただきます。
Satuin-san does a graceful twirl and takes her leave. Hear that? You have promise.
そんなことを言うとは佐藤井さんも見どころありますね。
It's been sent? Oh, you sent me the, Jill. Let me actually open up Discord on my computer, since, you're gonna be sending me stuff. I'll just, put it on Do Not Disturb mode. Which I think my Vincent account actually is already on that. Let me just swap over to the other account, and... Oh, that's that Nikki collab. Oh, okay. Actually, kind of prefer that first one over the Resident Evil 3 Jill design. Was not a huge fan of her in 3 Remake. It was mostly because of the hair, honestly. Outfit was a bit of a downgrade, too. But anime always makes things better. You should actually reflect on your actions here, Mashiro. Monster Hunter was inspired by Animal Crossing for real? Monster Hunter was inspired by Animal Crossing. That is interesting. Great, we're all sitting at 2 losses in the first round already. I really want to put a stop to this string of losses, but... Of course, we got the lazy girl this time. Misaki doesn't seem the least bit motivated. Let's crush your opponent. No mistakes allowed, since that'll help prepare you for your match with Shindao-san tomorrow. Plus, you probably could use an extra bit of confidence, too.
はーい。
What's with the lazy reply?
はっきり言って試合をしたくないです。
Huh? Look, I know your mood fluctuates like a valve, or like the value of a stock, but can you please not give me that on the very first match?
気分屋って気分を売り物にしたことなんかない。マサヤは私の気分をいくらで買ってくれるわけ？
100 yen for you to get motivated.
安いなあ。でも気分が変わるたびに100円もらえば時給2000円くらいいくかな。
That's only like $1, isn't it? You plan on changing your mood 20 times in an hour. Anyway, forget that. Why don't you want to compete now?
対戦相手。
What about Ichinose? Misaki directs her gaze over to a spot a few meters away from us. Satuin-san and Ichinose are talking over there. You don't want to face someone you know? I guess that's fair. A lot of people don't like facing their friends, since it might make things a little awkward after the fact. Sure, sometimes friendships and friendly rivalries form due to a match, but just as often, or no, more often, things get awkward instead. The reason is simple. It's frustrating to lose.
Fuck you.
Thanks for the fuck you, Random Zero. Fuck you too. And because most people don't want to admit defeat, they end up blaming their opponent. You're in a competitive sport. Suck it up. FC doesn't have a large player base yet, so you tend to face the same people over and over. That means she has to get used to this sooner rather than later.
それもちょっとあるけど。言いづらいな。言いづらいっていうのは言いたくないって ってことじゃなくて。
Creator of Monster Hunter was a fan of Animal Crossing and wanted to make a game similar to that. That's... Huh. Again, that's interesting.
言葉にしづらい。マサヤは一ノ瀬ちゃんのことどう思う？体が好みとかそういうことじゃなくてだよ。
Obviously. I'd have to have a few screws loose to interpret her question like that.
脱いだら意外と大きいんじゃないかとか、そういう妄想の話じゃないよ。
Oh, come on, I'm no idiot. Have a little faith here. I never even mentioned having a dream like that. I'd say she has a steady, or rather, meticulous playstyle. It's rather obvious that she has a pretty by-the-books playstyle.
だよね。
Berserk and Jurassic Park inspired Monster Hunter, which makes more sense from armor and monsters. Yeah, that seems more believable than Animal Crossing inspiring it. Like, that's I don't know how anybody would make that connection, honestly. What about it?
ちゃんとっていうのが見えすぎるから、進藤さんや佐藤院さんとは合宿の時に話したけど、別に試合をするのは嫌じゃないんだよね。
What, you're saying Ichinose is different somehow?
進藤さんは私より強くて怖い。
Scary, huh?
進藤さんほどじゃないけど、佐藤院さんも怖い。性格がって意味じゃないし、体がってことじゃないよ。
Why do you keep assuming that's what I'd think? Look, I know exactly what you mean by scary. I used to be a player myself, so I'm painfully aware of what it's like to fear an opponent. It's only natural to get nervous before facing someone good. Same goes for when you face an opponent that's hard to read, and sometimes even ordinary players with conventional playstyles can make you sweat because of their mastery of their skills. Feeling scared of your opponent is a perfectly natural emotion.
その怖さがあるから、私も全力でやろうと思えるってとこがあると思う。怖い相手と試合するのは楽しいし。
An Animal Crossing style game was made of Monster Hunter from FromSoft for the PSP as a Japan-only Hame. Basically was just a bunch of palicos. Oh, okay. In other words, you don't want to face Ichinose because she doesn't scare you?
そう言うと、私がすごく傲慢な人みたいだけど、そういうこと。練習がすごく丁寧だから、試合で何をしてくるのか、全部見えちゃう気がする。
I get where she's coming from, but... Huh, you know, underestimating your opponent is a surefire way to lose. A wry smile forms on Misaki's face as she looks down at her toes.
そういう意味じゃないんだってば。それに、一ノ瀬ちゃんは真面目だから、負けたくないって気持ちを込めてくると思うんだよね。
Right, she even said as much this morning.
うん。そういうとこが、なんていうか、って感じ。
Why? Not wanting to lose is nothing special. I mean, come on. What player in their right mind would actually want to lose a match?
それは分かってるんだけど、一ノ瀬ちゃんは、まっすぐに込めてくると思うから、それにたじろぐというか。
FromSoft took Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter and was like Fusion Dance, then bam, game. Yeah, I don't know anything about Monster Hunter. And Animal Crossing I only played, like... Hell, I don't even think I played an hour of it. I think my ex and I played for maybe 20 minutes, and I tried playing it, maybe another 20 minutes on my own, and I just got bored. Wasn't violent enough for me. How does it throw you off exactly?
それを前面に出すくらいなら、プレイに集中すればいいのにって思っちゃって、戸惑っちゃうんだよね。
Oh, now it all makes sense. I think I finally get what you're trying to say. Ichinose is sure that victory awaits her as long as she does everything by the book. And it seems that way of thinking pisses Misaki off. If you want to win, then do everything in your power to win. That's Misaki's point. Simply believing isn't good enough, yet Ichinose keeps mentioning it. Don't get me wrong, having faith in yourself is important. If you're not confident in your own skills, the accuracy of your moves will suffer. If you don't trust yourself to perform moves you've practiced, you'll miss the right timing to use them. And if you don't believe you can win from the bottom of your heart, you never will. However, Ichinose's state of mind is a little different. It seems almost like she's believing in the fact that she believes in herself, if that makes any sense. And that's effectively the same as not truly believing in anything. Forget Ichinose's issues, you just need to focus on winning.
まあそうだよね。
Misaki forms a forced smile after saying that.
でコーチどうやりましょうか。
She asks me that in a teasing tone. You've practiced with Prez, so you should be used to fighting speeders. Plus, Ichinose is a lot slower than Prez, so her speed should pose no problem.
うん。
Still, she's going to use a lot more feints than Prez, which will make you doubt what to do when she closes in. When that happens, don't make the first move.
一ノ瀬ちゃんが動いてから。
Yep, basically, whenever she tries to force you to make a decision, throw that right back at her.
なるほどね。一ノ瀬ちゃんのフェイントは正直だからってこと？
Bingo. You can pull that off, right?
なんか気が重いな。
Enough. Get serious already.
わかりました。じゃ、行ってきます。
Misaki flies off towards first in her usual tottering manner.
よろしくお願い
You
します。
think I'd be interested in Borderlands? It's violent, open world, and uses lots of guns. I think I have the Borderlands collection on PS4. I was trying to resell it for a while, but I may see about digging that out and giving it a go.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。何かな。
I can hear their conversation through my headset.
新藤先輩は飛沢さんに期待してるみたいですけど、私、あ、はい。負けませんから。私もと言った方がいいのかな。知りません。
Please God, don't let Misaki's motivation die completely. That aside, this isn't really my business, but... Isn't Ichinose a little too high-strung? It's hard to maintain good form when you're all tense and stiff. I look to the side. Her second, Satuin-san, is speaking to her with a slightly stern look on her face. Knowing her, she's probably telling Ichinose that she just said something inappropriate.
試合を開始します。セット。
The whistle resounds. Time to begin. Misaki's a fighter, while Ichinose is a speeder. Naturally, Misaki jumps to the second line right away. Ichinose, in turn, flies towards second. And by that time, Misaki reaches the center of the second line. Ichinose touches the second, bringing the score to 0-1. Everything's going just as we planned for now. Ichinose fixates her gaze on Misaki after pushing off second. She says that, then closes in on Misaki with a horizontal scissors. This is just like what she did to Asuka during our training camp. Misaki's rocking her body up and down, left and right, as she stands ready to intercept her. She looks kinda like Muhammad Ali out there. Ichinose is probably going to shoot directly up or down right before she reaches Misaki. You make your opponent's eyes get used to horizontal movement, then suddenly shift to a vertical movement instead. It's a standard feint. It tends to be rather effective too, but she's making this way too obvious. Still, it's not like we know which way she's going, so we need to keep an eye out. I should give Misaki some advice, but maybe I'll hold off on that for now. Better to just wait and see how she reacts. Once Ichinose gets close enough, Misaki throws up her arms like you do like when you do a butterfly stroke in the water. It's a motion that helps a person shift into a rapid climb. Ichinose responds to that by diving diagonally downward. Misaki does a 180-degree vertical roll and shoots straight down onto Ichinose. Ichinose probably thought she lost Misaki already. Repelled by the touch, she goes flying off into the distance with no semblance of her balance remaining. I'm sure Satoin-san relayed Misaki's position to her, but she probably couldn't react fast enough. The score is now 1-1. Misaki touches Ichinose's back yet again while she's flailing through the air. That's another point for Misaki. It's 2-1. Ichinose eventually regains balance and dives down to put some distance between her and Misaki, but... I can hear Satoin-san scream from all the way over here. She descended even further, and after getting pushed down twice already, a rookie mistake. Ichinose's right by the water now. He's a speeder who's back to square one. She can't escape downward, her initial speed is slow, and there's no way for her to gain speed while going up. And worst of all, there's a fighter right above her who can dive down to gain speed. She should have tried going to the side or up instead, even if that meant letting Misaki score a few more points. Honestly, there's technically nothing wrong with any of her individual decisions. When your opponent seems to move up, you fly down. When you get hit, you dive down and shake them off. However, the accumulation of those decisions has driven her into a corner. She's clearly very skilled, but it doesn't seem like she's used to using all the things she's learned at once, which is dragging her down. Satoin-san is raising her voice, which is rather unusual. Ichinose proceeds to follow her orders. It's too late for that. You should have done it earlier. Get serious already. You had the perfect chance to score more points. But if she had actually done that, there's a chance she would have traumatized Ichinose. Well, maybe she'd prefer that over being pitied. Anyway, Ichinose flew back to the last buoy. So, touch third and move down the line. Misaki touches third. That makes 3-1. It's safe to assume she'll catch up to you at some point, but yeah, you may as well. The fighter is leaving the speeder in the dust. Weird. Maybe Ichinose's given up. Is she already traumatized? Right as Misaki gets a few meters out from the buoy, Ichinose rushes down the line at an unimaginable speed. I get why Misaki's so confused. There's no hint of her using any feint whatsoever. She's just advancing in a straight line like Prez. Misaki rocks her body in different directions, but she doesn't react to it at all. Brace yourself for impact. Ichinose is trying to force her way through. Stop her. Ichinose collides with Misaki. They're both repelled immediately. Misaki swiftly recovers from her loss of balance, but she's now on the other side of the buoy. And in front of the buoy is Ichinose, though she still hasn't recovered quite yet. Oh, that's what she was after. In a head-on collision, both players are repelled in opposite directions. So, while it looked like Ichinose had been thrown backward, she actually advanced a fair bit. Repulsion is relative, so when you're advancing with forward force, that's stronger than the repellent force, you will in fact move forward, even though it looks like you've been pushed back. She's lost almost all her speed, but she actually managed to get in front of the buoy. Plus, she pushed Misaki back at the exact same time. Ichinose used the speed boost from the buoy to stabilize her form and rocket down to the next line. The score is 3-2 now.
まだまだわかりませんよ。なんだ一ノ瀬ちゃん、ちゃんと怖くなれるんだ。それなら
Alright, time to pull out all the stops, right? Misaki tilts forward and flies towards the buoy, then uses the repellent force from touching it to accelerate. She wants to touch Ichinose before she picks up more speed. Ichinose spins her body sideways in order to escape Misaki's extended hands. It's a basic technique that's known as an Alarian roll. She stretches out her arms and pulls them back in again, shifting her speed all the while, which helps her elegantly evade Misaki. Killer speed.
わかってる。
Touching her back would just push her forward, which would actually hurt Misaki's chances. Her only choice is to somehow touch her from the side.
好きなようにはさせませんから。ちょっと。
Ichinose swiftly soars up to a high yo-yo, and Misaki, who's sped up quite a bit at the point, ends up in front of her as a result.
ドッグファイトができないわけじゃないんです。
Ichinose dives down and goes for Misaki's open back.
それを言うなら、私はドッグファイトしかできないんですけど。
Misaki dodges with a rapid climb. Now Ichinose is in front again, which means she's forced to enter a swift climb to pursue Misaki's back. They start spinning around like roller coasters as they go for each other's back. Ichinose is wearing Marine Coons from Small Grove, which are speeder grav shoes, so this is pretty damn impressive. She must put a lot of time and effort into a dogfight practice if she's doing this well in those shoes. Unfortunately, Misaki touches Ichinose's back, sending her flying. And that's 4-2. Yeah, Misaki is the wrong opponent to try to beat in a dogfight.
追加。させません。ちょっと。
Ichinose rolls over and guards herself by throwing out both arms. Wow, that's not how speeders usually defend themselves at all. Guess one of them realized that playing standard would just doom them at this point. Not sure if it was Satuin-san or Ichinose herself, but either way, it's a decision that required a lot of courage. Still, she may have stopped Misaki from scoring, but how does she plan on getting away when she's wearing grab shoes with slow initial speed?
今の一ノ瀬ちゃん、ちゃんと怖い。言ってる意味がわかりません。
Oh, I know. I guess there is one way for her to escape. She just needs to let Misaki touch her, then use the repellent force to make up for her slow initial speed. Forfeit the battle to win the war, basically. Misaki, do you want to win?
ちゃんと勝ちたい。
Then start circling Ichinose.
わかった。
Misaki starts to circle
これ
Ichinose.
から。
If Ichinose tries to do something, go for her back. If she doesn't, do nothing.
え、何もするなってどういうこと？
Nothing means nothing. Why are you acting all confused?
どうしてそんなことを言うのかってことを聞いてるの？
Ichinose is trying to escape with the speed boost that she'd get from you touching her. The perfect counter to that is to not touch her. All you need to do is circle around her until time runs out.
そんなやり方は卑怯だってば。
If you really want to win, do whatever it takes. If you hold back now, neither of you will be able to accept the results after the match. This is the only way to reach a satisfying conclusion. No one will be happy if you do something stupid now. Ichinose looks frustrated. She knows that if she makes a move, Misaki will immediately go for her back. If she wants to win, she has no choice but to wait for Misaki to change her mind. We're at a stalemate because both of them want to win more than anything in the world. I notice that Satuin-san's looking straight at me. I give her a nod. And then Satuin-san nods back with a wry smile on her face. This match is over. There's no way to change things at this point. And Ichinose probably knows that there's no one to blame for her loss but herself. Well, looks like we finally won one. I hear the sound of the whistle a few minutes later. Misaki wins with a 4-2 score. Good job. Anything you'd like to say?
いや別にこういう試合もあるんだなって思ったけど手を抜いたわけじゃないから。
Right, though you did hold yourself back during the first half, didn't you?
誤解やりづらかっただけ。一ノ瀬ちゃんちゃんと強かったからほっとしたよ。
I was not expecting to get a Discord notification. What is that? Oh, it's from Marceline, okay. She sounds super arrogant. But honestly, I'd expect no less from Misaki.
ありがとうございました。
Ichinose comes over and bows her head to Misaki.
いえこちらこそ。ちゃんとプレイしてもらえて安心しました。
Oh, so she noticed.
でも次は負けませんから。私も負けるつもりはないよ。
Misaki smiles as she says that. Actually, they're both smiling. Nice. In the end, we finished we finished the first day with 2 losses and 2 wins. Misaki beat Ichinose, and...
ありがとうございます。やりました。
Asuka also manages to win her first match. Oh, so she wan. Yeah, she won too. She won too.
おめでとう。おめでとうございます。すごいすごい、やったね。
よくやったぞ。いい試合だった。
Everyone surrounds Asuka and applauds.
まさか勝てるとは思いませんでした。
Well,
奇跡です。
she's like the main girl, so why don't we get any scene with her then? Excuse me.
そんなことないって実力だよ実力。いえ奇跡です。何か変なことが地球規模で起きているのかも。私のせいで地球が危ない。
Don't you think that's a little much, Asuka? I mean, do you seriously believe you have psychic powers? But I could believe it.
でもそうとでも考えないと納得が。
実力だ実力。
でも
Bear with me for just another minute. I probably should close Discord so I don't get distracted, but, yeah. Probably gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon anyway. It's, we can keep this going another half hour. Unless this is the end of the chapter, we'll see how this goes. Aoi-san is speaking to her in a rather grave tone.
実力で勝ったんじゃなかったら 相手がかわいそうだろ。もし倉科が逆の立場だったらどう思う？相手が強かったという理由以外で負けたとしたら納得できないと思わないか？
そうかもしれません。
運だってあるだろう。それも含めての実力だ。それなのに実力じゃないなんて言い方は相手に失礼だ。
失礼ですか？
そうだ。
How'd it feel to win?
勝ってとても嬉しかったですけど、申し訳ないような気もして。
Good to know. Not sure if it'll happen in the next match or the one after that, but your feelings will grow more clear by the end of the tournament.
はっきりですか？
Definitely. I direct my gaze towards the edge of the venue. There can only be one champion. And that means you'll probably get knocked out eventually. By the end of this tournament, you'll know how it feels to win and lose. So yeah, it's fine to feel that way for now.
大丈夫なんですか？
Yeah, may as well bask in the feeling of winning while you still can.
わかりました。
マサヤが分かったような分かんないようなこと言ってアスカを言いくるめた。
言いくるめられましたか、私？
I didn't. I was trying to tell you to embrace your feelings in the moment.
素直ですか？
That's right.
不気味にニマニマしてるね。素直にと思ったら自然にそうなっちゃったんです。
The last match of the day comes to an end as I look up at the sky.
さて、今日は終わりだな。
I turn to Madoka and see her looking at the tournament bracket sheet.
みーちゃんとマシロッチが負けて、アスカちゃんとミサキが勝ったわけか。順当といえば順当か。私の負けを順当とか言わないでください。当然だけど、進藤さん分かったね。
I wonder why he changed his playstyle.
スピーダー寄りのオールラウンダーなのに今日の試合はほとんどファイターだったもんね。
進藤さんの試合、怖かったです。
Shindao-san engaged in a dogfight with his opponent on the second line and kept scoring over and over without ever advancing. He crushed his competition. And honestly, it almost seemed like he enjoyed it.
死闘水産の2人も勝ってるね。
あの人たちは私と当たらないよね。
金子さんと小瀬さんは逆ブロックだし、そもそも明日の美咲の初戦は進藤さんだから余計な心配しなくていいよ。
私が負けるのを前提にするな。進藤さんに勝って決勝戦で当たるかもしれないんだからさ。
そうですそうです。美咲先輩の前では進藤さんなんか存在意義を完全に喪失した存在でしかないんですから。
Calm down, Mashiro. You're talking like Misaki's some kind of FC god.
大まかな意味ではそれで間違っていないかと。
Damn.
私神様だったんだ。だとしたら神社とかに祀られたりするのかな。
店の裏に神社を作りましょう。そこで暮らしてもらっても構いません。
段ボールとかで作られそうだな。
いえいえ、大理石とかを使って1000年は残る立派なのを作ります。
それは普通に困るな。割と困るな。
私 FC が上手になるようにお祈りに行きますよ。
Wow, a win over Shindo-san tomorrow will mark the birth of... Misakiism? Huh, cool. Let's do our best to make it happen.
そんなのでモチベーションを保つのは無理だ。
Misaki lets out a somewhat forced laugh.
マサヤに言われなくても頑張るけどね。
Great, Asuka. Make sure that you do all you can to pull out some wins tomorrow.
明日も勝てるように頑張ります。
Well, let's call it a day. Make sure that you head straight home.
明日同じ時間に集合だぞ。遅刻。
はーい。
Ooh, first day was exhausting. I'm on my way home after splitting up with everyone. And I can't help but look back on today's events. Asuka winning her match is a major plus. I'm starting to see how she can grow thanks to that. It's great to see her high potential has finally led to results. Still, the hard part begins now. Asuka won't keep winning at her current level of skill. And that means her real goal is learning something at this tournament that she can use in the next one. Some sort of move or strategy that suits her. I'll have to judge what's best as I watch her play. And then there's Misaki. I expected her to win, but her results were still shocking. I didn't know she was that much better than Ichinose. Their match honestly looked a little one-sided. If only her personality was better. I feel kinda bad for Ichinose, since I know she puts in a ton of work. Honestly, she's the one who I'm most worried about. Well, it's Takafuji we're talking about, so I'm sure they did a great job of supporting her. Besides, she seemed fine after that match. Guess I should at least talk to her when I... Next thing I know, I'm in front of my house. And, before I know it, someone's right behind me. Or beside me. It's Ichinose. She bows her head as soon as she notices me. Hi. I raise my hand to greet her. Well, this is awkward. I guess it's no surprise since we're neighbors, and we were just at the same place. I try to have a quick chat and leave it at that, but apparently both of us want to talk about today's matches. That's why we're currently discussing things through our windows.
そうですか。アスカさんは無事に1回戦を突破したんですね。
Yeah, she was really happy about it. Though she seemed almost to not believe it, too.
戸惑う？
I explained Asuka's situation to her. How we had to convince her that she won thanks to her own skill, and how she doesn't seem to fully buy into that idea yet.
アスカさんは発展途上にあるんですね。
Right. She got a lot to learn in terms of mindset and mental fortitude.
すごいなあ。私なんかとは違うな。
Ichinose mutters that in a dejected tone. I know it's strange for me to say this, but... You did good today. That match could have gone either way.
ありがとうございます。
Ichinose giggles as she begins to respond.
私の試合を見て、ひな...
Huh, that's a tough question. I think it over for a minute before deciding to just give her my honest opinion. You were very straightforward, for better or for worse.
素直ですか。
Yeah, and honestly, I can see that being a weakness. Like Misaki said earlier, that made her look like an open book. But you also launched a surprise attack during the match. Plays like that aren't too bad.
ドッグファイトを仕掛けた時ですね。
Right, unfortunately dogfights are Misaki's specialty, so you just ended up putting yourself at a disadvantage.
そうですね。
Is there a reason why you did that?
ええ。
Ichinose responds with a wry smile on her face.
途中1対3になった時点で気づいたんです。総合力で飛沢さんには勝てないと。
Thought as much. Ichinose's movements slowed down around that time. I thought she might have given up, which was why her counterattack surprised me.
で、佐藤院先輩に相談したんです。そしたら先輩から言われました。
Oh?
これからのあなたを考えるためにちょっと試してみましょうって。
Thought I had notifications turned off for Discord. Why the hell am I still getting blips? User settings. I don't think that's... Oh, here we go. No, here we don't go. Fuck it, I'll just deal with the distractions. Whatever. It's a style that involves confusing your opponents, something she's completely unaccustomed to, basically. Satoin-san herself had no experience with it either, yet she made Ichinose try it. She might have lost in the end, but the experience she gained made it worthwhile. That was good coaching on Satoin-san's part.
ドッグファイトもやってみましたが、それより何よりまだまだ経験が足りないみたいです。だからもっと練習します。戦い方も考え方も未熟だということが分かりましたから。
Make sure you aren't just going through the motions of practice. Well, this is just my personal opinion, but her weakness doesn't just apply to real matches. Based on what I've seen, she can be too straightforward and rigid during practice as well. And just practicing like always won't really help her improve on that front.
素直すぎるというのはそういうことも含めてなんですね。
Yeah, pretty sure Satoin-san wanted to tell you that exact same thing.
先輩がですか。
Satoin-san's styles are as conventional as it gets. So maybe that's why she sees herself in Ichinose. They're very similar when it comes to FC. I'm not telling you to play dirty, but you should at least try to have a few surprises in store. Ichinose falls silent as she thinks over my words. I know it hurts when someone belittles your style of play. No one ever wants to deviate from the path that they've dedicated themselves to. But Ichinose will have a hard time improving at this rate. I really hope she finds something that makes her want to change. Ichinose starts talking again soon enough. Yeah? Seems like this is hard for her to say since she's gulping down her breath and all. Oh, what? I wonder what it is. Judging by... No, I really have no clue. What does she want?
そのクナハマの練習になんですけど時間のある時に私も参加させていただけないでしょうか
Huh? Can't say I ever expected that. Can I ask why?
私試合が終わった後佐藤院先輩から言われたんです。一ノ瀬さんはもっといろんなものを見た方がいいって。そうじゃないとすぐに限界に行き着くって。だからちょっとでもいいから日常の出来事に変化をつけてみようかなって。
Wow. Man, she is one amazing woman. Satoin-san's an incredible upperclassman and a coach. She already told Ichinose everything I wanted to say.
だからせっかく親しくなったことですし、もっとクナハマの人たちとも話したり練習したりしたいって思ったんですけど、ダメでしょうか。
She clasps her hands and gazes at me with puppy dog eyes. Is there any man in the world who can defend against this? Of course you can.
本当ですか？
Ichinose's face lights up right away.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
She thanks me as she bows her head over and over again. Calm down, it's no big deal, really.
でも無茶なお願いなのに。
Is it, though? I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, not really. Honestly, you'd probably be a huge help. Practicing with someone from an FC powerhouse like Takafuji should work wonders. After all, Ichinose is not the only one who could grow from trying new things and facing new opponents. Well, let's pick this up after the tournament.
はい。その時は部長と一緒に伺います。
Your president.
どうかしましたか？
Oh no, it's nothing. I just pictured Shindo-san showing up with that creepy smile on his face. Man, I sure hope he isn't gonna ask for anything weird tomorrow. Alright, we gotta get up early again, so I'd say it's time to hit the hay.
はい。ありがとうございました。では。
Right. And that brings an end to the first day of the club's very first tournament. And now the second day begins. Everyone's gathered under the blazing midsummer sun once more. Bear with me just a moment to see how much more we have for this chapter. I'm gonna pull up a another video here and do some skimming. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Is this the last chapter? This looks like it kind of drags on for a while here. And I don't see a change in episode timestamped either. Huh. Well, regardless, we'll keep this going another 20 minutes anyway. You hear the organizers getting everything set up, and the players themselves preparing for their matches, which result in the atmosphere being a mixture of drowsiness and anticipation. I'm making my way past all the tents and stalls as a rather awkward mic test blares around me, and eventually... someone calls out to me from behind. And when I turn around, I find Shirase-san's little sister, Minamo-chan, fidgeting around like a tiny squirrel. Morning, Minamo-chan. You here to lend your brother a hand? Oh, okay. It's a little weird that she's hesitating so much, but I guess she's always like this. Actually, I was just on my way to see your brother. Why don't we have a walk to his stall together? Minamo-chan just stands there and doesn't move. Oh, sorry, I was waiting for you. Don't be. The situation turns tense as we both wait for the right moment to start walking. I need to say something to clear the air. We'll be stuck here all day. Oh, I know. His stall is over this way, yeah? Sorry, kinda munching on some chips here, too. Minamo-chan hurries over to me with light steps. Okay then, let's go. Did something good happen to her this morning? She seems a lot happier than usual. Come to think of it, I never bothered to ask you, did I? Do you play FC? Minamo-chan pauses and suddenly casts her eyes down to the ground. So you don't? Oh, was she the... was she the masked player? What a waste. You're in the perfect area for FC, and your brother would be a great coach. Sorry, do you maybe not like FC? Minamo-chan shakes her head left to right, which makes her hair bounce. I see. Why don't you play then? I immediately regret asking her that question. I mean, I'd hate if somebody asked me that, too. My bad, forget I even asked. Bear with me for just another moment here.
答えるのが恥ずかしいのではなくて、飛んでるとこ誰かに見られるのが恥ずかしくて。
Oh, okay. She finds the thought of other people seeing her fly embarrassing, huh? That reminds me, I think I've seen you overseas before. Your form was great, and your skills look pretty polished too. Guess that makes sense since you're Shirase-san's sister and all. What's wrong?
覗き見をするなんて。まさやさん、エッチです。
I wasn't peeping, honestly. I just saw you by chance. There was nothing perverted about it. Minamo-chan giggles at that.
エッチです。
Is she teasing me? Look, you're wrong, okay? Minamo-chan nods while giggling. I bet you'd go pretty far with enough practice.
やっぱり恥ずかしいから。
I see. Yeah, that is a real problem. I mean, it'd be hard for her to push herself with that anxiety. Or when her anxiety is getting the best of her.
知らない人の前だと緊張するから。
オスだひなた
Minamo-chan jerks up in terror as she's startled by the voice that's calling out to me.
おお白瀬さんの妹さんもいたのか
おはようございます。
Huh, you know
筋
Minamo-chan?
肉の相談をしに白瀬さんの店には何度も行ってるしな
I could see that. It did seem like they clicked during the safety course.
それでは私は向こうに用事があるので。
Huh, aren't you going to go and see your brother?
家で会ってますから。
Right, well, see you around. Minamo-chan scampers off like a squirrel after bowing her head to me. It's cute when my avatar eats? Thank you. And I simply gaze at her receding figure for a while before Prez talks to me.
あれか白田は妹
What? No, obviously not.
うちの妹ならたまにキラーしてくれても構わない
Yeah, no thanks. Anyway, it's good to see you here. Thought maybe he wouldn't show up after his loss yesterday, so I'm glad he seems to be in high spirits. As I look at him, I notice Prez puff his chest out boldly.
1回戦で負けたとはいえ部長として部員連中の試合を最後まで見届ける義務があるだろ
Right.
いやあおはようマサヤ
Shirase-san pokes his head out from behind Prez's shoulder. Huh? You two are together? I know Prez mentioned frequenting his store, but I'm surprised they're actually hanging out.
俺と白瀬さんは仲良しだからな
As long as his sister's waifu material. All the girls in this game are waifu material. That's why it's very disappointing that there are only 4 of them you could romance. Like that one that was just talking, that timid one, she would be perfect. She would be perfect to romance, her and that Kundere girl from the opposing team. Like the latter, I would have been more interested in than I think most of the main girls.
筋肉で結ばれた2人なのさ
Like, out of the girls that we can romance, I think, in order, like, the ones that I have the most interest in are, Asuka, Mashiro, then Ichinose, and then Misaki.
今日は僕の方から彼にちょっとした用事があってね
About... Shirase-san brings his lips to my ears. Guess this must be a secret.
ここだけの話なんだけど来年スーパーフライが計画されていてね
Superfly? You mean that long-distance race?
そうそれ
It's a sport that's popular on the west coast of America and the Philippines. Contestants have to keep flying over 100 miles, or 160 kilometers if you're into the metric system.
日本じゃまだ開催されたことはないんだけど
白瀬さんが言うには九州一周のレースの開催予定があるらしいなそれに
I'd say that's right up your alley. Long-distance races have no real need for short, agile movements. All that matters is the ability to maintain your form over a long period of time. His grav shoes are honestly a little freaky, so the way I see it, he'll do way better in that, or in a Superfly than a normal Skywalker. I mean, he is literally the only person I could think of who has Balmungs with a heavy speeder tuning. But with a race that long, the question becomes whether or not his stamina will last. Brawny people like him tend to build up lactic acid fast, which leads to fatigue. It'd be like making a sprinter run a marathon.
そこら辺はこれから肉体改造していくってことで
まあ参加してみるのはいいんだ
What? Okay, that was a voice crack. I squeaked that what out. Prez looks up at the blue sky with squinted eyes.
俺は昨日の試合後悔
Makes sense. Regret doesn't suit Prez.
だけど後悔している
Say what?
な勘違いするなよ後悔はしてないけど後悔はしてる 昨日の自分に一切の後悔はないだけど F
Prez grins as he says that.
あれは FC じゃなかったからな
だね我慢比べというか意地の張り合いみたいな試合だったね
True. He probably could have won that match if he just played things differently.
だからな
Yeah.
この学院での FC は終わったけど FC は続けたいんだもしスーパーフライに参加するとしても肉体改造はしない
I'm sorry, if only I had done a better job as your second.
日向が謝る必要ないぞ俺がちゃんと日向と向き合えなかっただけだけど今はそう
He flashes me a slightly dejected smile as as she says, huh? He flashes me a slightly dejected smile as she says that. Okay, that's a typo.
そう思えるのが強かったよねとにかくちゃんと FC と向き合ってみたいんだ
I'm happy to hear that. I think I still share some of this blame, since I failed to coach you properly, but I really appreciate what you said.
青春だねいいね見てるだけで若返りそうだ
俺はここでみんなの応援をしてるから何かあったら来てくれ
You're not gonna join us?
最後の試合で負けた俺が言ったらみんな気を使うだろそういうとこでテンションを下げてしまいたくないんだ
Well, if you're sure. He's trying to be considerate here, so I shouldn't fight him. Okay, I'll see you later.
頑張れよ
Thanks. I walk away after saying that. The second round has officially begun. It's finally time for Misaki to face Shindao-san. Honestly, I think this is the most important match our club will have all tournament. Really want her to hold her own, but she'll need to have a good strategy to do that. You know, we have about 7 minutes left here, and I don't think we're going to be able to finish this chapter, so I think I am actually going to call it here. See about doing a little bit of editing before I call it a night, and set up my stream info for later on when we do the Evil Within 2. yeah, I think this is a good place to call it for the night. Also, not really sure how much more of this game we have left. Judging by that playthrough I was looking up earlier, it seems like this is supposed to be the last chapter, but it looks like we ended up missing a bunch of stuff. Also, we are going to have to see about going through this a couple more times to be able to get the true ending, seeing as we have to romance all 4 girls. But, yeah. I think this is going to do it for this stream. Later on today, we're going to be doing some Evil Within, as I said. Also, plan on some more Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Going to be streaming that as a collab with Kuro, and maybe I'll see if Marceline wants to get on that. Maybe even Cabo if I reach out to her, but yeah. Beyond that point, tomorrow we are going to be doing Shin Megami Tensei. And Sunday, we are going to be doing... Oh wait, also on Saturday, we're going to be starting up the original Castlevania. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, and then for Sunday, we are going to be doing more Final Fantasy IX, as well as more Shin Megami Tensei 1. So, yeah. That's going to be it for this stream. Thank you for tuning in. Forgotten Dreamer, Unicorn Turtle, Lesser Prodigy, Jedi Otter, Echo Thunderbolt, Random Mark Zero, and Honey OTU. Hopefully, I will see more of you guys down the line. And with that being said, here endeth the stream. Until next time, stay groovy.